Two good drives on their first two possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this.
1 or 2 more big plays could get him in position for a game-winning field goal. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the handoff, Dillon.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime.
Second and 10. Now a handoff to Dillon.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Here's the big man Dillon with it.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
So it's all come down to this for Anders Carlson.
This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.